A very good afternoon to all my dear students. Hope all are good. So, yesterday we discussed about the buying center, buying situations. Now, in continuation to the previous one, we are going to study further about the decision making process, or you can say the organizational buying process. So, let's start. Organizational buying process is what? When we are making the final decision for anything which is being required in the organization for the operation of a business. So organizational buying process refers to the process through which industrial buyers make a purchase decision. Every organization has to purchase goods and services for its business operations, and therefore it has to go through a complex problem solving and decision making process. Every organization requires goods and services for the operation. So for that they need to take the decision. For that they have to pass on various steps to take the decision of purchase. So the behavior that the individual buyers exhibit while making a purchase decision is known as organizational buying behavior, and the sequential steps taken by buyers to make a purchase decision is known as organizational buying process. And if we talk about the process, that means it includes the series of steps that has to be taken into consideration for the purchasing. Now let's start our steps in organizational buying process. We discuss about the buying center. Buying center consists of members of the organization participate in the purchase process and take relevant decisions according to the different buying situation. Buyers need to go through the following 8 stages in the organizational buying process. So it includes basically 8 steps. You can see over here 8 steps. So the first one is the problem or the need recognition. Second one is definition of characteristics and quantity needed. Third, development of product specification. Fourth one is search and qualification of potential sources. Next one is acquisition and analysis of proposal. Second last, evaluation and selection of suppliers, and the last step of this process is selection of an order routine. So let's start and study these topics one by one. So first one is the problem or the need recognition. We first need to identify the need. What is the need in the organization for the operation of any business? We just need to find out. So it starts with realization of need or problem with the organization. It may be need for new computers, printers, etc. If we talk about any organization, so in an organization, for example, they want to purchase the new computers, they are requiring printers for that, or problem like inventory shortage and underproduction, which can be solved by procuring more stock and buying new machines in the latter case. So they decided that we need this much of computers and printers so that we can keep them in a stock for the further usage of the business. So the second one is the definition of characteristics and quantity needed. Now once we come to know the problems that we are lacking in computers or the stock, if we talk about that our stock is about to finish, so then we need to identify how much quantity we are actually requiring, say for 2, 3, 4 or n number of things. So this stage involves clearly defining then the problem in hand and laying down the general characteristics of a product or service that may solve the problem. So we need to identify the quantity and we need to identify the features of that very product, what all we need in that very computers. So for example, we want to decide the cost, we need to decide the type of computer or printers we need to require. Then we'll go for the quantity, how much quantity we needed, and what is the quality of computer, how much stock or machine to be bought. This may be done by purchase committee, and all this has to be done by the purchase committee, production manager, technical manager, or the top management. Next one is development of product specification. Now we are specifying the things that our computer should fulfill all the technical aspects that has to be fulfilled by that very brand or company. So once the general specifications have been laid down, the buyers look for information about various product alternatives and lays down well defined product specification that is to be bought. We need to search with the alternatives also, which will be suitable for us or which will be not. This is generally done by a department or group of individuals who will use or distribute the product. For example, an engineer may develop technical specifications. We need to ask to the technical person that what features will be needed of PCs to be bought, or the production manager may take decisions on different items that are to be stocked on the basis of brand, quality, demand of products. The next one is the search and qualification of potential users. Now once we are ending up with the specifications of the product, we have finalized our specification, then we need to go in the market. Now we are just maintained our checklist and we are identifying whether all the qualifications of that particular thing is being fulfilled or not. After product specifications have been laid down, the buyers enter the marketplace and make trials and collect samples. Buyers also conduct a value analysis and determine various cost reduction. We need to think upon the cost also and standardization techniques that will effectively solve the problem. The buyers then determine various sellers that have the ability to provide the required quantity and good quality of product needed. After that, acquisition and analysis of proposal. Now we are acquiring that very product after analyzing of proposal. This step involves getting quotations from different sellers and floating tenders. We need to get the quotations. Quotations are like, if we want to purchase that very computers, they will give all the details of that particular thing which we want to buy from that particular vendors or sellers. The offers received by various parties are then scrutinized. Scrutinize here means then we'll screen all, or means we just compare all the things with the alternative, with the choices available, scrutinized against the previously developed criteria, and few sellers are shortlisted who can satisfy all requirements, and we'll keeping the list of the sellers whose products we require the most or those fulfill our requirement. And the next is the evaluation and selection of suppliers. Now once we finalize the quotation, then we need to select the suppliers. We need to shortlist the suppliers on the basis of past reputation. We need to search upon the past experience, past repo of that very seller, quality of product, whether they are selling good quality products or not, delivery and payment terms. Matlab delivery, they are delivering the items in within 2-3 days or for a week or after a month. Then payment terms, guarantee, warranty, discounts, assurance offered by the sellers, whether they are providing any sort of guarantee, warranty or any discount or premiums or offers they are giving to us or not, price of the product, what is the MRP prevailing, After sale services, if we are having any problem with our purchasing, so we can have the after sale service of that very product or not if we buy from that very seller. So the suppliers are reviewed again and again, and then one or more then one supplier may be selected. After all this, we need to select the order routine. At this stage, the buyers place the final order. Now, after selecting the seller, we just place our order with the chosen supplier or supplier, specifying all the technical specifications, quantity needed, expected delivery, everything we have given to them, that we want all these specifications, technical aspects in our product. We want this much of quantity, we want this product at this very much time, we are finalize the payment and return terms, then installation or after sale service if they are providing, or if we are requiring or not, everything we selected. And the last one is the performance feedback and evaluation. The last stage involves deciding whether to reorder, modify the order, or drop the seller. Here we are giving the feedback, whether we are satisfied with the product, satisfied with the after sale service or not. If we are satisfied, then we'll definitely move to them again, go to their shop again and select that very seller. If we are dissatisfied, then we'll drop that seller, and then we'll again start the process of selecting the supplier. The buyers evaluate their satisfaction with the product and the sellers and communicate the responses to the sellers. An order schedule is prepared for a month, quarter or year, and the organization enters into a contract with the seller. So that's all for today. We are ending with this process, which is very important for your external as well. So thank you, students.